All right, it's Friday afternoon or whenever you're watching this. I'm Peter Vaughan from Cardboard Alchemy. Welcome. This is our Friday stream to just say hello and chat with a board game publisher. Ask whatever questions you want about Flamecraft, Critter Kitchen, Mission Catastrophe, Andromeda's Edge. We're also here to celebrate things, or post announcements, and talk about all the cool stuff we got going on. And we are about to have one of the most epic months ever for this company. October is crammed with as many things as we could possibly do, as many prizes as we could possibly give out, as cool stuff as we could show you. Art, components, awesomeness. Hey, Manny says hello. Hey, how's it going? We're happy to see you. Happy to see Axel as well joining us. Say hi in the comments, and I will certainly shout you out. We're going to take questions at the end, because the whole point of this is to do just a short chat and then also ask questions of a board game publisher. Chris Strain, our producer over here, who's helping us get Critter Kitchen done and launch that campaign, says it's Cardboard Alchemy Month. It is time to drink potions, apparently, and see what happens. I don't know what happens. We're gonna have we should have different potion bottles, and then just a random thing that I drink and find out what happens. Game Board Duo says hi. Hello, happy Friday. We're posting these on Fridays so that we can kick off the weekend. We can play some games. We can find out what you're playing. You can ask questions. If we don't get it this time, just ask me, and in a future video we will cover it. I mean, we're very busy doing lots of things, post-production, pre-production, and I'm happy to show you behind the scenes of what we're doing here at Cardboard Alchemy. Got a couple other hello from Brendan. So anyway, I want to go right into announcements because we have a very big one, which is that we just got to 5,000 followers on the Critter Kitchen campaign, and all of us are super thrilled. You know, Rosie, who's in the comments answering, who's posting your questions, also happens to be really thrilled because it's like it's her first time joining us on a campaign, and of course it's build up. This is one of the reasons why October is going to be that kind of month. So thank you to everyone who's watching, who has followed the campaign and is ready for Critter Kitchen to get excited for this game that we're going to make. If you haven't followed us already, Cardboard Alchemy believes in these crowdfunding campaigns as a way of bringing the community together to fund a design, in this case, two designers' dreams, Alex Cutler and Peter C. Hayward, but also Sandara Tang, our illustrator, is bringing another world to life, and that's what we're creating, and we love to share it. We love for everyone to be part of it and see its creation and see its evolution and help make something exist. So that is what we're going to do on October 24th. Chris points out that Rosie's dance for 5,000 followers was pretty awesome. If you're in our Discord, you might have seen a meme where I don't have the Critter Kitchen box, so I can't do it right now. But I have other components to show you in just a minute. I want to go to our next announcement, which is, speaking of Rosie, we are sending Rosie to Essen Spiel. It's called International Spieltage. It's like one of the biggest game conventions in the world. It could be the biggest board game convention in the world. I believe it is. It is 4 days of epic halls and halls of gaming. And not only that, it's got, I've been there a couple times. I just go for the pretzels, but it's also got about 1,000 games that release. And that's not even including all the games that are going to demo for the very first time, Kickstarters. And in fact, Critter Kitchen is going to be one of those games that demos. So Rosie is taking Critter Kitchen, the prototype that we have, that we've sent out to previewers, and she's taking that to the Lucky Duck Games booth, our partners. Lucky Duck is in Hall 3. Very excited. They've got a new spot in Hall 3, 3S124. It's actually right when you walk from 2 to 3, like right as you go into 3, you just got to run right into Lucky Duck. And if you happen to be there in the mornings, that's when Rosie's going to be demoing Critter Kitchen. We're super excited by that. Thank you, Rosie, for doing that. I'm going to miss the show. It's one of my absolute favorite shows. Hey, Carly and Jason, I made it to a live stream. Yes, welcome. We do have these posted on YouTube, so in case you miss one of these, you can still catch all the news I'm sharing. But it is fun to see everyone come in, chat, and ask questions or whatever you want to talk about, because it's ready to get on to the weekend here and play some games. But anyway, I was talking about Essen. Essen is, I have extremely fond memories of Essen because it's sort of where it's a dream everyone, if you're into gaming and you start going to the convention circuit, this is the one. This is the big one. In fact, Chris on our team, I still have a mission to get Chris there. And Chris, we're going to get you to Essen also. Last year I got to take Brad there. That was one of my fondest memories because I love sharing Essen with somebody else. It's just so it's just a wild experience. And it's not just that there's board game booths there. They have like this big hallway for families with like trampolines and kids games and giant puzzles and the like tallest cup of fries and ice cream cones, and just like it's just a wild so then you're surrounded by board games, like all these releases of board games. It's where a lot of Europeans go to spend literally their entire year's budget of board games at once, pack that all in their car or suitcase or whatever they're going to do. So it's where board game publishers go to release the hottest new releases, so that everyone. And then usually what that does is it spawns my second favorite or sort of, I think it's my favorite for different reasons. Board Game Geek Con is sort of where they take all those hot releases, and Board Game Geek, their staff, they guarantee to take like one of all of those hot ones and bring it back to BGG. So anyone who can't get to Essen gets to taste that like brand new hotness. It's so cool. But I'm going to give you my other fondest memory of Essen, which is that's where I met Vincent Vaughan. I can't pronounce his last name. I'm sorry, Vincent, if you ever watch this, but like he's the head of Lucky Duck Games. That is where we established our partnership with Lucky Duck Games. I met Vincent out there. Nicest guy. Their company is one I really believe in. And when I was talking to Vincent about starting my own company with Brad who started Cardboard Alchemy with me, Vincent was behind us 100% and said, I will support you. I will help you in any way that you need. And has become like an amazing partner. And I met him at a Mexican restaurant in the middle of Germany. I mean, that's like you go to a con, you don't know what's going to happen. If anyone can get to even your local con, there's amazing things that happen when you get out with other people and you play board games. And so we were at this late night dinner hosted by Martin Poole, who's also in the board game industry and works at Backer Kit. And Martin just did a mixer, and that's how I met Vincent. And Vince has been a great friend ever since. I have other great memories of Essen. I'm not going to bore you all with Essen, the whole conversation. I just want to talk about Essen. If you are there and you want to demo with Rosie, you want to see Critter Kitchen on the table, go over to the Lucky Duck booth. And if someone mentioned BGG, if you want to see Cardboard Alchemy and BGG, Brad and I will both be there, and Chris. We are going to go to BGG at the very tail end of Critter Kitchen, meaning we are going to be still live. I don't know if this is a good idea, but we are running Critter Kitchen the final 2 days from Texas. I don't know, it's going to be something. It's going to be something else. The other announcement that I wanted to make before we get into components and sneak peeks and all sorts of stuff is that Mission Catastrophe, the first game that we ever made at Cardboard Alchemy, it's a special place in our hearts. Mission Catastrophe lives on digitally on Sovereignty. So Sovereignty is this cool platform where you can play your tablet, you can play on your phone, you can play on your computer. It's pretty much platform independent. You just pick up. It's an app that works no matter where you want to go. And they've got a lot of cool games on there, like Tiny Towns, and they've got Planet Unknown, and they've got, well, namely, they've got Mission Catastrophe. So Mission Catastrophe, they've painstakingly made all the different modes. You can play solo. You can add in a bunch of friends. You can change the ship up. You can get different roles. In Mission Catastrophe, the ship is a goner. In fact, that's the only thing you know for sure. The ship is going to go down. The question is, can you get off the ship in time? And of course, you want to be there's only one working escape pod, so you want it to be you. But that's easier said than done. So Mission Catastrophe is this really fun game that so Sovereignty is now hosting it on their platform. And here's the best part. This is why it's an announcement worthy kind of thing. Mission Catastrophe is their app of the month in October, and it is 100% free. So normally you would have to pay to get log on to their program and get different games. Mission Catastrophe is free in October. Did I mention we're going to have an amazing October? That's one of the reasons why it's going to be a lot of fun, because we're also heading into our own personal con. I haven't talked about that this segment, but we have talked about Potion Con. It is coming up on October 20th to the 22nd. Sovereignty is going to be there as well, and they're going to show Mission Catastrophe as one of the things they're going to do. But if you want to go early, all October, it's going to be free. You can play the heck out of Mission Catastrophe all month long. Looking forward to PotionCon. Can't get to Essen either. I'm right in the same boat with you. That is why we are hosting our own con, to make more memories for those who can't get everywhere. This is what we were thinking, is that sometimes I can't get to Essen, sometimes I can't get to Gen Con. PotionCon allows us to all sort of, go and be online together and sort of experience a con. We don't get the pretzels. There isn't like the gummy bears at Essen, but we can eat gummy bears in our own home and still have fun play games. So I love conventions, but I also love community, and so I'm really excited by PotionCon. I think that was all my big announcements. I want to talk about sneak peeks now. That's what we do around here. We like to show stuff before it's out, just because if you're coming by to say hello, you should get something, right? So, someone admits in the comments that they haven't bought Flamecraft yet. No, I'm just kidding. There's a lot of games out there, let me tell you. And I hear almost every day someone says, like, I just found Flamecraft. So you're not alone. You can find out about it right now. The sneak peeks, though. I promise sneak peeks. So one of the things that we just showed in the Critter Kitchen Facebook group, I want to start there, is we did talking about the meeples that are happening in Critter Kitchen. We're pretty excited by these. These are the chefs that you get to play. I actually have, it's like, because it's red day, apparently, that's what that looks like. They're great. This is the boar. We've got the lizard, and you've also got the mouse. Like that. They're great. They're a lot of fun. And also there's a little chef hat that is your turn order marker. We're having a lot of fun making meeples. What I can't show you, because it doesn't exist yet, but all of the custom animals you get to play. So let's say you hire a python. You can get a meeple of python. Or let's say you hire got so many different ones. An alpaca is at the start of the game, and we've got the alpaca is named Alex after one of the designers. We have a little Yorkie. We have there's so many. There's a raccoon in the starters, but we have ideas. Oh, Manny has been in every Cardboard Alchemy campaign. Thank you so much. We have ideas for so many different animals, and we've been talking to Sandara like, ooh, can we do a penguin? Can we do a panda? I mean, we're having so much fun with the brainstorming part, but now we are going to turn to the community and see how many do we want to cram in this box. I'm hoping the answer is a lot. Also, Rosie and Sandara did a stream on the Critter Kitchen Facebook group. If you didn't catch that, that's also on our YouTube, and that is just Sandara drawing critters on the fly, which she will do again at PotionCon. She's having a lot of fun with this game. Also, my partner and I are really excited for Critter Kitchen and Andromeda's Edge. Thank you for being excited about that one too. Andromeda's Edge, which is not the topic of today's chat, is a never-ending, constant process as we get that to production. And yesterday I had one of the most amazing meetings with Game Trays as they're building this command carrier to hold all the buildings. And it's the first time they've ever tried to do various parts of that technology. Like as they're making a tray they've never made before. So I could go on about Andromeda. Someday that'll be the subject of the sneak peek. But I have a different one for today. So that was just Critter Kitchen Meeples, very briefly. But what I want to talk about today is the last Flamecraft promo, because we have not revealed all of the promos that we're going to have for Flamecraft. And today I'm going to leak one, my favorite one. It requires a little bit of a setup and explanation of how it's going to go. So I want to talk about the ones you've seen so far, or may have seen so far. So if you look at our promos, we have Lucky Lake. Now this is our convention promo. We came up with the idea to give a promo to Lucky Duck. They've been such an amazing partner. We love them so much. We wanted them to have a special card, and what they're doing is giving it out every show they go to. So they gave it at Gen Con. They are giving it out at Essen. So people will be mobbing the Lucky Duck booth for this card. So Rosie, watch out for that. It's so exciting. This is a fun one. We drew the dragons at a park. and they're having a fun playtime. And the power for this shop is unbelievable. It's kind of broken, but that's fun for promos to be OP, right? And so is our friends at Lucky Duck. They're OP, so we decided to give them this. Now, after that one, we just last week talked about this one, which is the Cosmic Scale, which actually just popped up in the Board Game Geek store. So if you want to support Board Game Geek, the #1 spot in our opinion to get news about board games, this is what we decided to do: is dedicate a promo just to them. This is looking out into the stars. We had a lot of fun making this one. I love the fact that the Crystal and Iron Dragons are working on this, and the Bread Dragon gets to be the one staring out into the cosmos. This is on the Board Game Geek store at the moment, and its power has to do with gold coins. So it not only gives out coins, but then you have to stick a coin in the slot of the telescope to see into another shop and grab all of its stuff. I love this one. But wait, there's more. One of the ones we leaked really early in the summer and is just about to come out everywhere is called a Rare Medium. Now, Rare Medium is this fun idea. Manny had the idea of doing a fortune teller, and we were like, well, that's fun. So we started to figure, who is the fortune teller? Wait a minute. It's not a crystal dragon. It's a meat dragon. Meat dragon predicts pizza in your future. This is a really fun one because when you play this shop, you get to put coins in the future on the score track. And if you get to those coins within a turn, you get all of them. And Ellie says the pun game is so strong, Manny, and it really is. Happy birthday, by the way, to Manny Vega. He is a master of puns, and he had a lot of fun with these shops. Celestial Slur says the Crystal Dragon looks annoyed. I love the fact that Sandari usually draws the Crystal Dragons annoyed. If you look at your coaster, if you got the coasters from us, there is one coaster where the Meat Dragon is having a picnic and breaking everything, and the Crystal Dragon is appalled. Just appalled. So anyway, I didn't explain how you're going to get this promo. Now, Rosie, behind the scenes, has been doing all this work to get this promo, along with our team, Judy and our team. They've been sending the promo onto all these content creators. So if you have a favorite content creator, let's say you watch The Hungry Gamer and you love his content like I do, then you go find out that The Hungry Gamer, as of October 1st, a whole bunch of content creators are going to be giving this promo out. Now, the way they choose to give it out is up to them. They could go meet you at a convention. There's actually some bringing this to Essen. There's some bringing this to PAX U. There's some bringing this to BGG. So you could find your favorite creator and say, do you have the Rare Medium promo card? Maybe they don't, but there's a lot of them that do have it. We gave it so many different places. We basically put out a chance for content creators to write in, and then we even gave it to more that were voted by fans, and we just spread this card all over the place. So we have one more. So that's 3 cards, 3 promo cards. We were really having fun this year, but we want to do one more. And I'm about to reveal it and show you how to get it. This is Stuff the Magic Dragon. This is our idea of a toy store. So you can see that we wanted to do a lake. We did a observatory. We did a fortune teller. And then we also wanted to do a toy store. I'm not going to get into how many Easter eggs are in this toy store, but there are some related to Flame Battle. We're not going to get into that just yet. But what we decided to do is this promo is dedicated to our Cardboard Alchemy shop that we launched this year. And so we're going to put this promo in the Cardboard Alchemy shop when we release all of the Flamecraft new coins, new dragons, new wood pieces. So this is something you can get in the Cardboard Alchemy shop. But I also have one really cool, possibly dumb idea that I want to do. You can tell me if you like this idea, but I'm also going to give Stop the Magic Dragon out for free to anybody who writes me a letter at Cardboard Alchemy and just says hello. I mean, you don't have to write anything specific, but we're going to put up rules. We're going to say, like, we're going to announce it in our newsletter. Basically, I'm going to make this, I don't get mail here. I get like bills. We get like normal mail, and it's so boring these days. So what we're going to say is, if you write a letter to Cardboard Alchemy, you could say that you like Flamecraft. You don't have to say that you like any of our stuff. You just say hello. I will send you a free I will send it back via mail, a Stuff the Magic Dragon card. In addition, if I read your letter in one of these lives, I will also send you a whole bunch of prizes. I don't know how many times I'm going to read someone's letter. It's just if you write something hilarious and I have to read it, then I'm going to go, well, this person obviously needs to get, you know, mission catastrophe or coins or stuffies or whatever. I don't know. I have a ton of prizes here at the office. So if you want to write in, I think that would be hilarious and fun and awesome. So it's possible that no one will want to write in, and that's fine because maybe you just want to go and get the thing, get the shop, order your coins. That's all good. But if you write me a letter, then I think that's great, and we'll have a lot of fun. I want the Cardboard Alchemy mailbox to be like less bills, more fun. Okay. You could send. I mean, you're welcome to send anything here. We're going to give the address for better or worse. Like someone did send me chocolates. The very first thing we got at Cardboard Alchemy, someone said, Flamecraft is my favorite game, and I'm so happy. And they tracked down our address, and I don't know how they found our address, but they found out, and then they sent us chocolates from where they were from, and I was like, that's so amazing. Okay, so the address, by the way, is we should type it up. I could post it here actually. It's ready. Cardboard Alchemy, 215 West Alameda Street, number 103 in Burbank, California, 91502. Now, if you have the box, if you have the game Flamecraft and you've got an original one, that address is no longer correct. But on every copy of every one of our games since, the Burbank address will be on there. So that is it. So thank you very much, Jonathan. Jonathan, who's watching, is the person who sent the chocolates. That's so sweet of you, by the way. Very first thing that was ever sent to Cardboard Alchemy, and I will never forget it. It was amazing. So allow me to. I will have to talk about getting you something from our prize packages as well. Axel says, "Will I have time to read all that mail?" I don't know if we have time to read all that mail, but we will make time because we're going to do Critter Kitchen and we're going to be pretty busy during Critter Kitchen. But I promise, if you send us a letter, we will read it, and then we will. I don't know. We're just gonna have a lot of fun with that. So that may be after the campaign, just because it's a little busy. Thank you, Brad, for posting our address. Brad is like, how many people will write in? And I said, I don't know. Let's just find out. Let's find out. I think this is going to be awesome. Manny says, still, I wish I lived in Burbank. Yeah, I know. That would be actually great. We actually test games here all the time. My other component sneak peek was going to be, I don't have a picture ready, but we played Critter Kitchen with Peter Hayward, the designer. Brad and I brought in some people, and we were testing a brand new mode of Critter Kitchen, which I can't talk to you about just yet because you're going to find out on the Kickstarter how cool this is. Anyway, I've talked for enough. Let's get to some questions. Thank you, Shailene, for the over. Okay, I want the management company that runs this building to be like, what happened? What is even going on right now? I want the UPS carrier to be like, this is ridiculous. I just think it'd be fun. But otherwise, if you want a more simple way of getting the promo, you just have to go to our shop when we open the new products in a couple days or whenever we get to it. It's coming up really soon. We're going to do a newsletter that's going to tell everybody when that day is, and we're going to launch the products. There's a question from Instagram. What of your games worlds do you daydream about living in? Well, I can answer that it's definitely not Mission Catastrophe because there's only one ship. There's only one escape pod. So not that one. You can't really beat Flamecraft for charm, right? These dragons don't want to kill you. They want to make you the most amazing bread. I just talked about the pretzels in Essen. I'm a sucker for food. But since I'm a sucker for food, maybe it would have to be Critter Kitchen because all that you do in Critter Kitchen is just apparently eat and eat and eat. I mean, Flamecraft has got lots of cool things going on, so probably it would be a tough call. But Critter Kitchen is what's on the brain right now, and every time we play it, we're talking about more and more meals and critics that want to taste a 7-course meal, and it's just so fun to talk about food. So I would probably, at the moment, say Critter Kitchen. All of the promos, Ellie points out, all the promos will eventually be able to purchase in bundle later on. And now that is a really important point because when I say that Lucky Lake is only available at conventions, everyone's like, whoa, 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 I can't get to a convention. How am I going to get this? We know. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that everyone can get the promos at a later date. So that includes the Dice Tower put out promos at the start of the year. There were these artisan dragons of Tom and Roy and Z. They were really cute, but they were part of that campaign. And if you didn't see that or you didn't want to back that at that time, then you missed those. And so we're going to take every promo that's been like elusive and stick it in a bundle. But now that bundle, I have no guarantee when that bundle's coming, because the best thing we can do for everybody that has missed them is make it affordable as possible. And the way to make it affordable is to wait till the next Kickstarter, probably, because otherwise it's just hard to get it out there in the world. And so the promos that you see now are like, if you want them right now, you can go chase down at a convention, you can go chase down a content creator, you can come to our store, you can go to the BGG store. If you're comfortable waiting, we will make sure that we cover it for you. We will find a time that makes the most sense for shipping worldwide, and we'll package it in a way that everyone can get it. That may mean you get a duplicate if you've chased one down, but you can give one to a friend, okay? So there's going to be a way to do it. The next question is about Flamebound. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, Flamebound is the standalone sequel to Flamecraft, where the dragons are going on an adventure. And Manny is working on that one. And Manny is one of our special guests at PotionCon, and so he might say something. And Brad and I might leak something. So, yeah, that's we're going to be talking about it a lot. Of course, we're trying to get Critter Kitchen launched. So our main focus of PotionCon is to talk about Critter Kitchen. But, of course, got to talk a little Flamecraft. Slushsaur says, was the Flamecraft town ever given a name? You know, for lore reasons, we kind of made it any town. Like, just we thought about giving it a name. But I think that as we get more into the lore and the dragons are going to go to different towns, I think we may want to establish this. So Manny and Sindar are working on all the lore right now about what they're going to find when they go here and there. They're meeting some elder dragons. I don't know if everyone, I did say this before, but I don't know if anyone caught it. So the dragons are trying to search for the meaning, like where they came from. So we've avoided showing big dragons before, but now we're going to show a big dragon. That's what they're searching for, is what other dragons are out there? How did they come to be? So I think there's going to be a lot of lore that's established in Flamebound. That was going to be really neat. And Ellie says, each town in everyone's game has a unique name because you can decide as the owner what that name is. Do we have an idea on the prices for the new Flamecraft upgrades? We do. So costs have gone up on minis. We had to make all new molds. And so I think the dragon miniatures are around 25. It's not the same as Kickstarter, but I think 25 is really good. You actually get 7 now instead of 6. You get a bonus. You get a pink dragon now in all new molds. We are trying to get 25 also for the coins, and 25 for the original wood. And then Brad can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the jumbo wood, which is 40% bigger pieces of wood, each in their own game trays, is I believe 32 for that. We will, if I get any of that wrong, don't come after me, but the store will have it. The good thing to think about with the store is it's really better if you bundle things together for shipping reasons. So if you end up wanting to get a couple gifts for potion dragons and the stuff, the Magic Dragon card, hopefully all of that stacks really well without bumping the shipping. Someone is thankful for the communication, interaction, and extras. I want to thank you for saying that, because also we do these things. It is Flamecraft promos. Sometimes it feels like, oh, is anyone really enjoying it? Because some people are like, oh, it's tough. Shipping's hard, or we run into technical problems, or the joy of making more things, more Flamecraft pieces. We always talked about making a purple plush. We always talked about making a crystal plush. when somebody squeals with delight over that, I mean, I'm so excited because we're just making, Scott Morris at Lucky Duck says sometimes we're just making memories. We're not making games, we're making experiences, and we're happy to have those ourselves and share them. Thanks for all the puzzles you do. Please keep doing them. We love the puzzles. Rich Molina, who writes all the puzzles, he loves doing the puzzles. I met him at a show. I met him at PAX West, and he was doing a panel on sort of like game theory, and he's just the puzzly kind of guy, likes to dissect games, and so I thought he was perfect to come up with puzzles for us. And Carly says Crystal Dragon Flesh in all caps. Thank you. Rich loves doing the puzzles, and he has a book on puzzles. I'll have to get him in Discord, somebody to say his book. He's worked on puzzles a long time. He's also a game designer, and he's a good friend of ours. And he's also going to be at PotionCon, by the way. We are going to try and stump Rich by getting a bunch of puzzles that he has never seen and seeing if he can solve them, or if he needs the audience's help. We're going to do something fun at PotionCon, and then he's going to reveal one of the Critter Kitchen puzzles that hasn't been revealed yet. Ellie says I got to do the meat puzzle. What's great about the puzzles is they're not due anytime soon. So why we do them is because it is a long trek to get to a Kickstarter. We've got lots to do. We got to prep this, we got to prep that, and we're working on art, we're working on design and development and pieces and videos, and while we're doing that, we like to have something fun for everybody. And so the puzzles are not due until the end of the Kickstarter. So that's just have something fun. If you've got a couple minutes to kill on an afternoon and you're like, let me just do something fun. I think the entire reason why game companies should exist is like so you don't have to do this other part. You don't have to do the boring things. Taxes. Just take a break. Do this puzzle. It's more fun. But I'm not advocating don't do your taxes or anything like that. So, but I like creating, and so do we. Everyone here likes creating these things to distract you, possibly from all the boring crap. So puzzles. Oh, happy birthday to Manny! It's today's man. I said this at the beginning. Manny Vega is 1 year older today, and that means he's got probably more puns that will pop in his head. I think that's what that means. So Chris Train, Texas. You heard it here first, everybody. No, that is not true. Anyway, well, we've gone a little bit over, but if anyone wants to ask anything else, I'm still happy to hang around on Friday. It's fun. We can do more of these as we go. We'll have these going every Friday as we go towards PotionCon, and hopefully after PotionCon, if I don't pass out from that event, and also during the campaign, because we like to answer questions while we're throwing this new game out there, and we're going to have tons of fun things to share, and we're going to want to talk about the gameplay and talk about the different things going on. What's my first modern board game? That is an interesting one. Well, I don't know how to answer that, because if I go back to when I was a kid, I played a lot of Acquire. So don't know if that counts, right? Because that was, if you're talking about modern, I'd have to figure out what modern is. But Acquire was like the thing that I cut my teeth on. I loved that game. And then I played many, many, many board games with Brad. We had like tons of game nights. And so I don't know when. What I remember a lot was when I was, I think Carcassonne was what I remember a lot. I don't know if anyone's played Carcassonne, but it's classic to me. It's like I had this group of people that would play Carcassonne every Saturday night. That is how I got to be the yellow color, because there'd be like, there was a person who played blue, there was a person who played green, there was a person who played red. They're like, you're yellow. That's all you got. And I was like, fine, I will play yellow and I will kick your butt at this, whatever this game is, Oh, I love Carcassonne. We had so many good times with that one. All right. Will there be a solo mode plan for Critter Kitchen? This question is a good one. I will tell you a fun story about it. Peter, one of the designers, and Alex, so they were working on it, and they said, just so you know, there can't be a solo mode. And I was like, oh, that's a bummer. They're like, it's a game that requires you to get inside somebody else's head. There's actually a word that Peter has used. It's a Japanese term. I want to say yomi. but I don't actually know exactly if that's the word. But he said there's this anticipation of your opponent that is an actual thing that you cannot duplicate. And then we challenged him, and he and Alex are now working on it. We don't actually know if this game fits solo mode. So I'm going to warn you right now, we are not launching with a solo mode. But we are not giving up. We are looking hard at solo mode because we want this game to be as big as possible. Like player count wise, we would love it to extend as many players as we can get. We love supporting our solo audience. So, I mean, if we don't pull it off, Andromeda's Edge is going to cover, Andromeda's Edge and Flamecraft cover a lot of solo play from Cardboard Alchemy. I know that Andromeda's Edge has 9 different AI opponents, and it's amazing. If this game is meant to be solo, we will crack it, and we will let everybody know during the campaign how it's going. But it is one of those things where it is a tough thing, because in this game you're trying to outthink and outsmart, and the AI, you can dance circles around the traditional AI in this case. So either that or the AI would be crushing you. In board game form, there would be a lot of programming behind the AI that we're trying to decide, is that possible without, one of the things we don't want to do is have somebody's turn be like, oh, do like all these steps for the AI, and then by the time I do 20 minutes, it's like, is it my turn already finally? So anyway, we are working on it. Let's see what we can do. Shailene, what cons would be able to pick Lucky Lake from? The 2 that we know about coming up are Essen, Germany. If you happen to be passing through Germany next week, if you've not already planned it, it's probably not on the cards. They also are going to PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia in December. Those 2 for sure. After that, their schedule, hopefully they have that on their website. I will bring some to Board Game GeekCon, limited quantity to Board Game GeekCon in Texas. And then we're going to go from there. In 2024, it's possible that Lucky Duck will either keep bringing it to cons or make a new plan for the rest of the ducks. So we'll just have to see what happens. Jonathan with a good question about Andromeda's Edge. How much longer is the late pledge staying open for? We just did an update on Andromeda's Edge, extending it all the way until October 31st of this year. So to give everybody a chance to get in there before we close it down, before we shut down the all-in pledge. And the reason why we left it through October also is because not only are we still finalizing things with the plant, but also PotionCon. We have people who are in our Discord willing to teach it. If you don't know Andromeda's Edge and you're still on the fence and you're like, what is this game like? In PotionCon, October 20th through 22nd, you can try it out if you want to. You can go find out more about Andromeda's Edge. You can come, actually, there's people in our Discord running it like this weekend. So if you really want to check out Andromeda's Edge, you can do that. There's a lot of similarities to Dwellings of Eldervale. So also, if you get your hands on somebody who just got one of the new copies of Dwellings of Eldervale, and you play that game, you're going to find out how great Luke Laurie and his son Maximus are at making games, and they're the designers of Andromeda's Edge. And you can get a taste of how cool their worker placement and engine building is. So we're going to leave that open until October 31st. At that point, we're going to say, all right, we're collapsing the galaxy enough that we can get it on a boat someday. Yeah, so that's what we got. All right. Well, I want to answer this comment from Slushosaur. From the hints you've given about Flamebed, it's looking like it'll be a completely co-op game, which would be a nice change, but it is not a co-op game. It is still we was a brand Manny's type of competitive games where he has a competitive game with a little sharing, or sort of, there's like you are going on an adventure with the other dragons. There are going to be things you want to do that help you and another person and make it better. Just like Flamecraft, you make a shop better, and it's better for everyone, but it's still like you're trying to get the most reputation. That's Manny's favorite style of game. That doesn't mean we won't do a co-op someday. In fact, we have co-op in Mission Catastrophe, and we also have co-op in Andromeda's Edge. You can play teams, and we may make another co-op someday. I've got some ideas, but let's see. I think that might be it. Thank you, Axel, for for asking where we're sending Andromeda's Edge. Oh yeah, like yeah, we're gonna pack it all down into a tiny, a little jingle, collar on a cat is what we're gonna do. All right. I'm just like, we could do these all the time. If you have questions I didn't get answered, please let us know either on YouTube, go to our Facebook group. We have a Critter Kitchen group. We have a Flamecraft group. We have a Andromeda's Edge group. We have a Discord where we're going to be hosting a lot of PotionCon, but we're also going to host PotionCon on YouTube. So if you haven't gotten your ticket for that, you want to get that because there's a game show to kick off PotionCon. By the way, Carly says that she likes the shirts. This is our new Flamecraft crest. This is what is on the back of the coin, the new coins. It's adorable. And we're going to look for a way to get this shirt to a t-shirt site so that anybody who wants to support Flamecraft and get out there and share their love of Flamecraft can do so. I'm still working out the details of what site we're going to use, but Sandara and Rosie have used different ones, so we're going to definitely make that possible someday. OceanCon, thank you very much. Cheers, everybody. Have a good Friday. Play some fun games. All right, and we'll talk to you again soon. Cheers.